You ever set one of those huge, ambitious goals, only to feel like your own brain is actively fighting you every step of the way? Well, it turns out there's a real reason for that, and more importantly, a super direct plan to fix it. Let's dive in.
Oh man, we have all been here, right? It's that classic January 1st surge of motivation, or maybe just a random Monday. You tell yourself, this is it. I'm going to build that business, I'm going to get in shape, I'm going to change my life. But then, a few hours later, what happens? You've tumbled down some YouTube rabbit hole, and poof, all that energy is gone, vanished, and absolutely nothing has been accomplished.
It's just such a frustrating cycle, isn't it? I mean, you've got the desire, you know what the goal is, but when it comes to actually doing it, everything just falls apart. So the big, blunt question we're tackling today is, why does this keep happening?
And you know what? The answer is just as blunt. This isn't about you not wanting it enough or not having the opportunity. The real core issue is something called the fucked brain problem. It's this idea that our minds have basically been trained, or maybe retrained, in a way that makes deep, meaningful work, well, almost impossible.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Any truly great achievement, we're talking building a business from scratch, a total physical transformation, anything big, it all comes down to one single, non-negotiable skill, being able to focus on one thing for hours, days, even weeks. And if your brain just can't do that anymore, you're simply not going to make it.
All right, so how do we actually fix this? Well, the first cure is all about going to war with the biggest enemy of modern focus: distraction itself.
And we need to be really clear about what we mean by distraction. It's not just, checking your phone every now and then. It's the act of constantly bombarding your brain with multiple things at once. What this does is it literally trains your brain to need that overstimulation. It starts to crave it. And that process just absolutely destroys your ability to focus on one single thing.
And this leads to a really crucial insight. The phone isn't the real problem. Seriously, you could toss your phone in a lake, and you just find something else to be distracted by. The real issue is that you're addicted to the state of being distracted, that feeling. That's the habit we've got to break.
So, to fight this, here's a super simple, totally actionable plan. It's a 30-day protocol. First, you just divide your day into 30-minute chunks. Then for a whole month, you just track what you do in each one. No judgment, just write it down. The real power here is that you're forced to look at the cold, hard data of where your time is actually going. And once you see it, the last step is easy, if a little brutal. You just systematically start cutting out all the pointless stuff.
Okay, but killing distraction, that's only half the battle. You could have all the focus in the world, but if you don't know what to point it at, you're still going to be totally paralyzed by confusion. You know that feeling, right? Of being lost and just not knowing what the hell to do next? And that brings us to cure number 2.
This right here is a trap that keeps so many people stuck for their entire lives. If you don't know where you're going, how can you possibly draw a map to get there? You can't. And you're just left in this state of confusion where you either do nothing at all, or maybe even worse, you work really hard on the wrong things for years and end up with a whole lot of regret.
So really, this breaks down into 2 states of being. You're either in one or you're in the other. On one side, you've got what's called the anti-zone. That's that confused, stagnant place where nothing ever gets done. But on the other side, you have the zone. That's where elite athletes and top performers live. It's that state of being totally locked in, focused, with zero distractions, just making steady progress.
So how do you get into the zone? The method is incredibly direct, almost brutally simple. Step 1, decide exactly where you want to go. And I mean exactly. No vague bullshit wishes. A crystal clear destination. Step 2, figure out the exact steps to get there. Reverse engineer it. And step 3, you take action on those steps every single day. That relentless consistency, that's what gets you in the zone and keeps you there.
Okay, so let's say you've got a clear plan and you've managed to kill off your distractions. You can still fail. Why? Because your own biological machine, your body, isn't running right. And that brings us to the crucial third cure: fixing your fuel.
Look, the easiest way to think about this is to see your body as a really simple system. It has inputs and it has outputs. What you put in directly determines what you get out. It's a super straightforward cause and effect relationship that, for some reason, we love to ignore.
And the inputs you control every single day are pretty simple, right? It's the food you eat, the sleep you get, and the information you consume. But these aren't just little daily habits, they are the literal raw materials you're giving your brain to work with.
And guess what? Those inputs directly create your outputs. We're talking about the quality of your thoughts, your ability to focus, your physical performance, the whole shebang. You just can't expect a high-quality output when you're feeding the system low-quality input. It's just not how physics works.
And to put it as bluntly as possible, if you eat like crap, you're going to think like crap. It's that simple. Trying to build something incredible while your brain is running on sugar and caffeine fumes, you're taking an already hard task and making it basically impossible for yourself.
So here's the bottom line, the most crucial point. Your brain is the vehicle. It's the only thing that can get you to your goal. Killing distraction is like clearing all the traffic off the road. Escaping confusion is like having the perfect GPS map. But if the engine in your car is broken because you're putting sand in the gas tank, you are going absolutely nowhere.
But when you finally start to address all three of these things, distraction, confusion, and fuel, you fundamentally change the game. You change how your mind operates. So let's take a look at what that actually looks like.
All right, so let's do a quick recap of the 3 cures. Number 1, kill distraction. You got to find out where your time is going and just eliminate the pointless stuff. Number 2, escape confusion. You need a crystal clear goal and the exact steps to get there. And number 3, fix your fuel. Good stuff in means great stuff out. Simple as that.
And what's the outcome when you do all this? The outcome is a clear, unfucked brain. A mind that's no longer your biggest enemy, but is now your single most powerful weapon. It becomes this incredible tool, capable of that deep, sustained focus you need to make real, steady progress on the things that actually matter to you.
So in the end, it all just boils down to one question. Your brain is the vehicle that's supposed to take you to your goals. So, are you ready to finally stop neglecting it and give it the tune-up it desperately needs? Are you ready to fix it,